Noetic Podcast. We are here live and direct from the mobile studio because at the not mobile studio, technical issues. I had this thing laid out beautifully. And the camera goes out, mic goes out, computer goes out. A lot of stuff on these computers. But because I said Friday, we're going to do a Friday. All of the questions was on the computer, so I can't do that part. The fight I have in my head, just not the statistics. So we're going to get through this. And then the recap is going to be right. I'm going to go buy another computer today on my way home. Or tomorrow. Because I'm dead on computers right now. I'm dead. So, Charlo versus Canelo, but hold on for a second. Because I can do this. Shout out to Mr. Ramos. Shout out to Mr. Elijah Garcia. And everybody else that's on another major pay-per-view. The biggest fights of the year. Why are the biggest fights of the year littered with Arizona fighters on the undercard? Why is that? Why is that? Top prospects. Well, everybody running from an Arizona fighter right now. They even been to Vita as people changing their beliefs as a fighter, not the fighting. And he got Demetrius Andrade from what I hear, so I can't wait to see that. But again, another headliner, major, dominated by Arizona fighter. Again. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. I got a lot of sponsors. We got a lot of sponsors now. All that gone. Well, I mean, I can pull it off the hard drive most likely, but it's just not gonna happen for this post. I wanted this to be special. Okay. Charlo, Canelo. I'm going to break down a few things. We're going to break down, you know what I'm saying? We're going to break down a few things. And then I'm going to piss everybody off. And it's okay. Because it's no edit. You know when you follow and tune in, you could leave mad. And it's all good and fun because it's boxing. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, please. Comment, rate, subscribe. Got ample enough people now, followers where the powers that be, the power that is says, okay, time to move to YouTube. Bring them all with you. Do my best. So I'm going on a campaign. Shameless plug. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. The link is in the bio. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. This will be on YouTube. This will be on YouTube. So when you click this, subscribe before you go. Appreciate it. Follow the movement. Support the movement. Okay. Before I break this down, I'm gonna go Charlo's side with what I can remember. And actually, somebody just sent this to me, so thank you for reaching out to some things we got to speak about. Thank you for the information that you sent me today. I haven't had a chance to really like backstory. I haven't watched any of, so full disclosure, I haven't watched any other All Accesses. Shout out to Showtime. Shout out to the Mayweather Invention. 24/7 access. Okay. I haven't seen anything, but thank you for sending me this publication. I didn't know And I don't know how true it is, and again, this is just my opinion, but I don't like these type of things surrounding big fights or just fights in general, where it's been documented and talked about, I want to say Charlo, who has been or was or is dealing with some mental health issues. And so let me be clear when I say this. Mental health doesn't always mean schizophrenic or doesn't always come with a diagnosis. As most of the people walking this planet does not have great mental health. You think negatively and you talk negatively, and everything you inhale all day is negative on the TV, and negative on the social media, and negative on the YouTube, and negative on the negative. So it puts you in a space that's not good mental health. So those are the things are real, and they can affect a person in dramatic ways. With a diagnosis, it can also affect poor mental health, extends beyond diagnosis. So if a guy say, hey man, I'm just dealing with a lot of stuff right now, I'm trying to work on my mental health, it can mean just that, and it could be just that, right? So let me say that first. And shout out to him and his family, and I pray all is well with him, and I hope that things go well with him for him in his life and his mental health and all that good stuff. And that's real. That's real. I don't like hearing about the issues with him and his brother that have been popping up in the media lately. And again, I would not have known about it if you didn't send it to me. I'm gonna start leaving these names anonymous I'm gonna start leaving these names anonymous on purpose. I have my reasons, but I appreciate it. Nah, freak that. I'm gonna throw a name out. I might throw a name out every now and then, just to shout people out who support the movement and send these questions. And I had them all. I had them all. And I'm gonna get off this computer and stay on Charlo. So I don't like that. I don't like that. Just like I didn't like the weight with Errol Spence, which was, and I'm gonna get to your Errol Spence question when we get back up. If you watch it, I know you are. Thank you for reaching out again with that. There's some things we gotta speak about. I had to get it at that time because I gotta stick with this right now because the computer crashed. So I don't like that. I didn't like, just like I didn't like the weight surrounding the Spence fight. I didn't like that either, and I kind of look at it that way. And I don't know, and honestly, and again, I don't know what the purpose of that publication releasing that is. Him making a comment about his brother. We already know they don't always get along, just like everybody else's brother that everybody else got, they don't always get along. Just because they look identical don't mean they think that the twins are not monolithic, right? They're brothers. Today we gonna be cool, tomorrow but I love you no matter what, and at least that's how it's supposed to be. But it's not always the case. But we don't know that with them. And so my thing is, and my question to you is, what is the point of putting that out? Why would you put that out 3-4 days before the bout? What are you looking for? What's your goal? Are you trying to put smut on his name? Are you trying to put smut on their family name? Are you trying to put smut on the dude before he walk in the ring? Are you giving him something to think about? For those of us who do this stuff. This is not even the Charlo I wanted to see. This one is not. It's supposed to be the bigger version of the two, not the smaller version. And I'm gonna break this down in the fight in a minute. But we didn't want to see that anyway. I'm not gonna get into the specifics of the behind the scene stuff that I know, but there's not, from a public face, that's not what we wanted to see. I didn't want to see this Charlo. I want to see the other one. I want they damn one about the same side, at least from a weight class perspective. And then I'm gonna explain why in a second. So you got that element in this situation, and then this. Yes, he's undisputed at whatever you're undisputed at 54. I think it's at 54. If he's 68 and he's got to come from 60 to 60, he had to jump 2 weight classes, so this must be 54. And so how big are the guys he's been fighting? All right, that's the number one angle with this fight for both guys. Canelo, we know his resume, so I'm not gonna go through their resumes. Go on Box Record, look up who they've been fighting and where they've been fighting and what they've won and so on and so forth. The bottom line is they both are undisputed at the weight classes they are. How they got there is, I'm not gonna even get into that. Yeah, and that's an email that I was gonna address. I'm not gonna do it because I wait to do it during email, but bottom line and big picture is, how big as a dude's he been fighting? Charlo, that's coming from 54. And then how big as a dude's Canelo been fighting? At 168. Because those dudes, the dudes that Canelo's fighting at 168 are not walking in the ring 168 pounds. These dudes is walking in cruiserweights. Like size dudes. Damn near heavyweights. The dudes that Charlo is fighting is coming in as big as Canelo. But Canelo probably ain't gonna go in there at exactly 168 pounds. Right? So it's about who they've been in there with. The size difference of their opponents, not necessarily them. That's not it for me. So to answer the question that I can answer, that I remember that I asked, this is the point I was gonna bring up anyway. It's not so much about, my prediction is not so much about how bigger one is than the other. I think somebody sent me something about Tim Bradley saying that Canelo's bigger, needs a tank and all of that. I mean, okay, but that's not it. Do I agree? No, not necessarily. That's not neither yes or no, because neither one of those are how I'm looking at this. What I'm looking at is how big have their opponents been. That'll tell you whether you think a guy can take a guy's shot now. Right? Or how well they'll respond to a clean shot. Will Charlo respond to a clean shot from a guy twice his size like he would from a guy his size? Will Canelo respond the same way if Charlo catch him with a clean shot as he would when Dimitri caught him with a clean shot, or when Amir Khan hit him with all them clean shots? Or when John Ryder, who damn near had a field day on the dude as far as landing shots. They even trying to put out that Canelo slipping. I don't think so. I don't think he's boxing. If he started when he's 15, how old is he? That's part of age. We all not gonna be what we were, especially in boxing, because in boxing it's not a gradual drop off. It's that one day you're James Kirkland, and on Monday you James Kirkland, and on Tuesday you're not. That it's not like team sports where you dissipate gradually, right? But that's age. We start when we 7 and 8 years old. By the time we 28, 29 years old, when most people in their physical primes, we got to start thinking exit strategy, right? But so that comes with age. That's the much ado about nothing. That comes with age and the style of fight he chooses to engage in. Because I mean, Canelo's one of the slickest, smartest dudes, in the game right now. He can make it boring and not get hit a whole lot. Or I won't say boring. He can make it technical in that, because I enjoy the technical aspect of the sport. So, but bloodthirsty fans who don't really know how the game go, they want blood, and they say it's boring if you box. So I disagree. But it's about the size of their opponents for me, right? It's about the size of their opponents. It's not about how big they are. It's about how big their opponents have been. So if I'm thinking what I thought when this fight was announced, there's a rat. Go look at my post. Go on my Instagram, look at my post. I think I titled it, "I Smell a Rat." Right? So check it out. But we're going to shoot to the prediction. That's the key thing for me. And then I'm going to give keys to victory real quick. And then we're going to let you be on about your way. For Canelo, here's the key to victory. If he pop you with a clean one and it was like a bead of sweat, walk him down. He won't be in there for very long. Pretty simple key. Charlo's key is this. If he knows how to do this, stay on the outside, pot shot, but don't pot shot, but don't swipe to the head, because his upper body movement is like stellar. So you want to aim for the middle of the chest, and then wherever his head land is wherever his head land. He's gonna roll off a lot of the wide stuff, so straight shots should do the trick, and the uppercuts, because he won't be able to see him. He struggles with dudes with good jabs, and he struggles with dudes with with solid uppercuts. So which is why he dropped so many rounds against Khan. He stopped Khan. He dropped so many rounds against him, because a lot of the shots that Khan was throwing, he didn't see. So and one of them was so those are the keys to victory. Now here's my prediction, and then the recap. Man, recap probably ain't gonna happen till Monday, because I gotta relearn a whole nother computer. I'm so bummed about it. I believe that Canelo will win, and probably by stoppage. I got a partner who completely disagrees with me, but it's okay. It's nowhere that I don't give a. We don't give a. So I think Canelo will win by stoppage, probably 8 or 9, something like that. And for the reason that I gave, basically the difference in size and the dudes they've been fighting, not necessarily the difference in size between them. I think he beats him by stoppage. I think he beats him by stoppage. I know the recap is gonna be popping. You know what? And then I'm gonna say this, and then I'm out of here. I'm gonna answer one of these emails, because and I won't say your name. I'll say it next time. Nobody cares about Crawford Spence rematch. People are probably gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it, but there's no replay value. Nothing about the first fight screams replay value. That's why you're not hearing anybody talk about it very much. I mean, so you might hear some publications, you pop up every now and then about it, but like, it's just the bout was so one-sided that there's no clamor for replay value, right? I give you a bout that had replay value. We want to see it again. After the first Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury, everybody wanted to see it again. Because by and large, including me, I thought Tyson Fury won. Even though he got knocked down twice, he dominated every other round, clearly, right? And so mathematically, I thought he should have won the first time they fought, even though I think there was like a draw. But yeah, nothing about that bout screamed replay value. I like them both. I love them both as fighters. Nothing about that screams replay value. It was too one-sided for me to be like going crazy about watching it again. You dig what I'm saying? So that's it. We out of here. Oh, the recap is gonna be what this was supposed to be. No edit.